Next one coming up, also from Odense Robotics Denmark, is a guy, Lars Sannik, and I know he just told me right away that he has been working with potatoes for many years in the 90s. So if you have questions regarding potatoes, you can also ask him that in the Odense Robotics booth. Please welcome Trent Locke.
Yeah, hello. Next one. So, hello, my name is Lars, and I'm the founder, and I'm the CEO of Trent Locke. Trent Locke is 5 years old now, and a little bit about myself first. I've been working with automation for more than 25 years. I've been building robots in Odense. I've been working with AI to quality create potatoes and all other kinds of vegetables. I've been building machines for packaging machines for the food business, and I've been working with tons of data through that time. So I know exactly what it takes to unleash the full potential of an automated system. You need, of course, digitize and data. So one of the problems that we have here in today is that 20% of all products that is produced are never used, never sold, because during the production, the customer's need is actually changing. So that goes to waste. It's not. We have to think about to be sustainable. 35% of all food produced is actually ended up some waste. The clothes industry is burning 50% of everything they produce before it's not sold. So we have to do something about that to minimize or be a better sustainable solution. I need a better clicker. Yeah. That's why we created Trent Locke. It's not only that why. We created Trent Locke not just to be an IoT solution that can pick up data, because there are tons of companies that do that. We created Trent Locke to pick up these information so that companies can actually start looking into the data, get insight into the production, and see what can we do to be even more efficient and reduce the waste. We did that by combining hardware and software. We created a small box that can be retrofitted on all kinds of machinery. Robots, we actually detected to say we only need 2 information from each machine, if it's a robot, to see if it's efficient or if it's not. We are working with a solution where you can make the factory digital. Again, I said we have the solution where you can retrofit. The data can then be picked up to the cloud, can be distributed to all kinds of information systems like monitors, like automatic reports in the inbox, on smart devices, on tablet, and wherever you need the data. You can actually also take the data out and put it in a Microsoft Power BI compared with the ERP data, and then you have the data foundation that you need to make the right decisions. So our business model is, it's a cloud-based solution and it's subscription-based what we're doing. We have some traction already. I think our solution is, I know that our solution is installed in more than 80 factories, mainly around about in the Nordic country, in Denmark, but we are also now in Denmark, Croatia, in Poland, UK. We do actually pick some data up in Australia as well. We are in different industries. I worked a lot with the food business industry, but our solution is also used now in the metal business, wood business, and also in the energy business as well. What we are doing and why we are here actually is also to look for partners that can help us to penetrate the market around Europe and around the world. Oh yeah. Speaking about the market, there are 115 million small, mid-sized companies, yes. 6.2 million of those are in the economic developed market. If we just can get 1% of that, I think I will be happy then. IoT, or Industrial 4.0, have been here for more than 10 years. This illustration shows much. So many companies are actually working with Industrial 4.0. We do it a little bit different. Instead of collecting a lot of data, what we think is we have a saying, we need the right data for the right persons in the right time. This is our top team that we have, including myself, and then we have, of course, our investor that we have, which also is a member of our board. We are here. We are looking for scaling up globally, and we are actually looking. We're not looking right now for an investor. We are looking for a future investor to be able to help us fulfill this option. And we are, of course, also looking for end customers, and we are looking for partners that can help us penetrate the market. Last slide. And come and help us to unleash all the data that is in all your companies, because it's the one thing that we do at Trendlock. We simply love data. Thank you.
Thank you, Lars. And the Q&A part. Any questions from the audience here?
Also about potatoes, I can answer anything.
Yeah, let's save the potatoes questions for the booth. Yeah, you said, Lars, that you were looking for a partner and within the future. Can you please tell us how does the perfect partner look like if you're looking into the longer perspective within 2 or 3 years?
Yes. The partner that we're looking for should be able to help us to expand globally. We are already in the market with our solution. We already have recurrent revenue in our system. But we need help or the knowledge to expand globally. And how do we build up a partnership? How do we build up the network? We are not just a robot company that are selling hardware. We are also selling software. So how do you do that? How do you distribute the software? How do you sell the license around the world and stuff like that? So that's some of the things that we hopefully can find an investor in the future that help us with. We are very good on our way already, but we always welcome good inputs.
Thank you, Lars. And for questions about potatoes and Trendlock, you can visit Lars in the Odense Robotics area.
Yeah. Don't eat the green potatoes. They're not healthy.
Well, big applause for Trendlock and Lars Sannik. Next one coming up from Germany is Benjamin Horn from Smiller. And Benjamin, I don't know, you don't know that much about potatoes, but I know you have been a musician, so musical questions, question about music, they can also go to you for that. But please welcome Benjamin Horn from Smiller.
Thank you. So, should I sing or pitch? I can choose. No. Thank you very much. So where's the receiver? This side or this side? This side, okay. So yeah, my name is Benjamin. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Smiller. Smiller stands for Smart Electric Actuators, and we focus on linear movements for industrial applications. And these linear movements are needed in nearly all automated plants for production and packaging processes. Your smartphone, your toothbrush, every food product have seen a lot of that linear movements or actuators in their production process. And due to their compactness, usually pneumatic cylinders with compressed air are used for that, but they are costly because they have a complex infrastructure, they cause a noisy production environment, and they waste up to 95% of energy. What means just 5% of the energy can really be used for the movement itself. There was a pneumatic with a energy waste. And through an intelligent integration of electrical and mechanical components, we succeeded in realizing the most compact electrical alternative to pneumatics, and this is the actuator. It's not bigger than a fist, and can lift me up to 80 kilos or 800 Newton is possible with that. So, and we have also an international patent pending for that solution. Our main USP is the compactness, and in terms of installation length, we undercut not just the electrical alternatives many times over, but even the pneumatics itself. At the same time, we already have included all the position sensors, and this should make it possible to replace technology across the board. Since we also can really easily be replaced in existing systems by plug and play, because we have the same size of the flange like pneumatics. We can also not just save a lot of space, we can save a lot of components compared to pneumatics, like the compressor, valves, filters, and many leaky hoses for the pneumatic system. And we can save, and that is clear, a lot of energy. Up to 90% is possible, of course, not just with us, also with other electric drives. But this is a really big advantage for all the plant operators who are often confronted with high energy costs and maintenance costs. And additionally, we offer our customers a refurbishment service, which by replacing the mechanics inside of the actuator really easily helps the actuator to achieve several life cycles and thus a sustainable and environmentally friendly product. This means recurring revenue for Smela again, and reducing the investment and replacement costs for all the plant operators and our customers. So I want to switch that because I don't have so much time. So as you can see, in addition to our main USP of the compactness, it is the sum or the combination of all the features that differentiates us strongly from all the existing alternatives. Because the advantages of the pneumatics in force density and compactness have so far always been the disadvantages of electrical and electromechanical solutions. We managed to combine all that features into one actuator. So the value creation is done by suppliers of special electrical and mechanical parts, while the final assembly takes place in-house, and also our distribution takes place directly, and also wire partners and distributors. The market potential is around 4.5 billion euro and can be increased up to 22 billion euro by increasing or expanding our performance classes, so more stroke and more size. And the total market of the electric actuators is around 45 billion euro. So after a ramp on in the last few months with the first customers, we expect an exponential increase in follow-on sales with our customers, which will be multiplied by distributors and partners. We are currently talking to partners who have a demand of approximately 50,000 actuators per year, which would mean 10 to 15 million euro revenue just with that one partner. And that's why we are looking for a founding amount of 1.6 million euro for the expansion of our production, our series production, and also the expansion of our marketing and sales team. But maybe these are questions for now or later at our booth directly behind this wall. Thank you very much, and I look forward for your contact and your questions.
Yeah, thank you, Benjamin. Well, let's start out if there are questions from the audience. Then I want to dig a little bit deeper into the sales thing. Impressive growth rates that you can forecast, but can you tell us a little bit about the ideal sales channels and how your thoughts on that?
So we started with sample sales since the middle of the last year or end of the last year actively. Yeah. So we have approximately 1 to 10 sample sales. They test it in their structure, and they tell us the expected amount they will need in the future. And yeah, that's the strategy behind the calculation. And also, you have seen also another curve that comes from partners and distributors' demand.
Thank you. And thank you, Benjamin. Further questions can be asked just behind here, where Benjamin is with the team. So please give a hand and a big applause for Benjamin Horn from Smila.
Thank you.
I take it. Next company coming up from Germany is Unchained Robotics, and it's Martyna Waliszewska. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Am I allowed to start?
Sure.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Thank you a lot for having us here. My name is Mladen. I'm CEO and co-founder of Unchained Robotics. And we started Unchained Robotics somewhere around 2018, 2019, when I was in China. Previously, I saw different factories here in Germany, but then I saw the one in China, and I was blown away how they start their automation journey and how different this is to Germany and how more practical it is, right? And when we started Unchained, we thought we need to deliver technologies, but then in the end, we figured out we need to build a platform that makes robots easier to find, to explore, to design and integrate, and have one partner that's helping you from coming from A with having no experience in robotics and coming to B, having your first, second and third robot. We founded the company December 2019. Now we're 18, 19 employees in the company, over 60 partners on the marketplace, but also over 60 customers here in Germany, and generating very efficient revenue here. And when we started, we thought in Germany, Industry 4.0 is the big story. Like every factory is automated from every end in the process. And when we went into hundreds of factories here in Germany to analyze and see what processes are really there, this is actually happening. So if you bought ever Lego for your children or maybe cousins or whatever, they have been packed like this. This is not a super complicated process to automate, but factories in the most cases don't have the know-how how to do it. Sometimes, yeah, buying machines is too expensive and they start with something like this. And we were blown away, why do companies really do that? And it's mostly because lack of information. Often it's too expensive because integrators always try to sell something that they engineer and they build it once, and it's very expensive to build it once, right? And their revenue comes only from engineering. So they will try always to maximize their output, their revenue, instead of building things that are efficient and maybe working together in some kinds of components, right? And then you have always a problem with high mix, low volume. So what we did with Unchained Robotics is building a platform that gives you transparency and helps you to come to automation very fast in a lean way, building a network of different kinds of robot manufacturers and gripper manufacturers, but also different tool manufacturers, right? So a lot of companies here at this automation fair are our partners, and we're building our software that is combining all the different components, and where we're helping factories to find in a few clicks the best combination to go into production. So we are the central partner, and we're always the general contractor towards the factory. We visit them, we understand what their problem is, and we guide them through the process until the end and until the whole machine is running and functioning. It started everything from the marketplace. So what we did in 2021 in November, that's probably hard to believe, but we were the first website that showed prices and technical details of different kinds of robot manufacturers. And we received calls, and companies were calling us and saying, wow, I didn't know that I can buy a robot less than 200,000 euro. just a robot arm, not the solution, just a robot arm. So they are very uneducated, and we're helping them with transparency. And we build an Unchained multi-control software that is vendor independent. So we're building one interface from search to shop floor, and we're keeping one interface for the whole system and for the whole process, so that companies really feel guided from us. In the end, we have a configurator that's helping you in an intelligent way, understanding what kind of company you are, where you're coming from, where you're going to, and we're giving results, and we're showing companies what kinds of combinations they have to build and to take these Lego pieces to go into a full solution. Everything's going pretty well since we launched the platform. We are growing compared to last year. We tripled our company in size of revenue. Generating leads is for us very inexpensive, so we're actually a lead generating machine. My colleagues here are very busy with working this off because we found a niche in the market. And we have over 1 million produced goods with our robots. So we have real robots running in real factories, packaging, manufacturing things, and this over 1 million times for these factories. Yeah, in the end, we're a digital integrator. I don't know why the slide is showing up like this, but we're helping companies to come from discover, find, and integrate, and we're helping them really from A to B, and really focusing on manufacturing companies here in Germany that probably haven't had their first robot yet. Thanks.
Thank you, Martin. Well, the first questions that pops up in my mind. So from the investor side, how much competences are you looking for at the moment?
Yeah, so we raised around the beginning of this year 1.7 million with investors and family offices here from Germany. We're looking to fundraise in the next year, so not an exact number yet. We're here to get to know companies and VCs pretty early on in the process.
Thank you. Any questions from the audience? No. Remember also on Dillum, all the contact information on all the companies are there, and also the pitch decks, and you can also communicate with the founders or the presenters of the pitches today.
Yeah.
Well, and where are you located? You're located over here, right?
Here,
right there
in the corner.
Yeah. So any further questions? Please go in the corner and ask Martin. And thank you for pitching for us today.
Thank you.
And please give Martin a hand.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yes, the next company pitching is Fynbo Technology by Mathias Fynbo, which is also a part of the Odense Robotics Startup Hub. And actually, Fynbo means inhabitant on the island of Fyn, where Odense is located. So that's actually quite fun. I don't know if you even are from Fyn, Mathias, are you? No, but the name is nice, especially if you have a company in Odense. Welcome, Mathias Fynbo from Fynbo Technology.
Can you hear me? Perfect, thank you. What? So thank you for your time. I don't know how to fix this. Does anyone know how to fix this? Yep. That's a great start. Every time. Oh. No. We'll start again. Perfect. So my name is Mathias. I'm from Fynbo Technology. I was very innovative when I made the name, as you can see. So to start off, I will tell you a bit about what the problem is. The problem is at the moment when you need to have a robot to grip different size objects, you need to manually interact with the gripper to change the size of the jaws on the gripper. And that makes that if you have a high mix, low volume situation where it needs to grip different size objects, you need to manually interact with the setup. And that's costs time and is inefficient. So as you can see, the standard is without arms. You can have a small variant of standard arms, and then the flexible solution is to have very many different grippers. We have solved that with one simple solution. We've made the GX system where you can see it consists of arms, fingers, and a changing station. And that does that we can change the position of the fingers compared to which size object you need to attack. So there will be a video now. It's a bit fast, but as you can see, it leaves the finger in the change station and then picks it up in a different position. So that gives you that you can use one gripper instead of 10 grippers to change size of objects. And that is a product that we've developed over the last 2 years, and it now fits more than the market first. So the market is very big at the moment, and is, as you've probably heard 10 times today, is growing about 10% every year. So it's a big market to look into, and at the moment there's no one who's cased the business on just making arms to make it flexible. So at the moment, every arm system is made individually to have the perfect size for the object you need to handle. Cool. There we go. Our business model is to go through distributors like everyone else here. But we do it in a bit of a different way because we don't have competitors in the robot manufacturers. We actually use the robot manufacturers to help us into their already existing distribution networks. So that makes it a bit easier for us to get to the distributors and a lot easier to get them to say yes instead of trying to cold call all of them. So we're going directly to the distributors and then to the end users. Sometimes there might be an extra link here, which is the integrators, but some of the integrators are big enough to actually work as a distributor. So it's a bit of a laissez-faire type of solution they have there. Yep. So at the moment we have more than 130 different products. It's the same system, but it fits for more than 130 different grippers across 9 of the biggest gripping manufacturers worldwide. So it's the same system working for all of them. So we've made it standardized, but it's still very flexible for all of the grippers. We mostly go for the pneumatic and electric grippers because they are very small in the stroke, so they can't handle very big variance in object sizes. But yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of different, but it's the same product, just modified so it fits a lot of different. At the moment, we have distributors worldwide. We don't have many, so we're looking for new ones. But as I said before, the market is very big, and it's very big across the globe. So we're looking to get international distributors to help us get into the local markets, and that's actually why we're here, is to get into the German market. Our team at the moment is me. Then I have my co-founder, who is also my father, and then I have a product developer who is sitting and developing new models, the same system but modifying it so we fit even more grippers. Besides that, we have an advisory board, which are now also some investors, and then we have Vækstfonden from Denmark, who also helps us in finance. Yeah, what we're looking for is an investor who can actually help us with the growth potential and the sales and how we should do that properly. The next one says thank you. There we go. That's it.
Thank you, Matthias. And let's open up for questions from the audience, if we have any. Yeah. Maybe, Matthias, you can tell us a little bit about how the ideal commercial scaling goes for you. You're looking for an investment within the commercialization and the sales, but what kind of market are you trying to target, and is there any specific area that are more important than others, more competences that are more important from the investors than others? Can you please give us a few words on that?
Yeah, so at the moment we're looking mostly into, if we look at Europe, we're looking into Germany and Sweden. But besides that, the American market is very big for us. So if we can get an investor who has some experience with getting into the American market, that would definitely benefit us. But again, it's more like in the growth potential in the company, so how you grow and scale a business, more than it's the sales part itself.
Thank you, Matthias, and good to know.
Thank you.
And Matthias is in the Odense Robotics area as well. So please feel free to go there and have a chat. You're here all week, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And please give a big applause for Fynbo Technology and Matthias Fynbo. Yes, we have 2 companies left, and I can see Andugo and Dirk Engelbrecht is coming up, former professional flag football player. And she's just rushing out of another pitch event, so good for you, good that you're here. And welcome to Dirk from Andugo.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So I just saw him pointing to some direction, so to you, okay. That way. All right. So, welcome to the pitch of Andugo. We are all about automation. And what we do, or it's our mission, to make competitive regional manufacturing accessible. Why is that necessary? Because we all learn about global tensions right now. We all know about demographic change. So we know that there's a big gap for additional manufacturing in regions like high-wage countries. Let's go. Okay. So, sorry, this should have been up there. What it's supposed to say is there's an industry challenge of being more cost competitive against global supply chains. More cost competitive in regions with high salaries means you need to automate more. Automation more needs expertise and a certain degree of transparency. You need to know what is capable of optimizing your key KPIs. Now that is a big challenge in the industry because there is no transparency of the market. You learn on exhibitions of great tools, of great platforms, but other than that, you have to rely on Google, LinkedIn, or YouTube. So there's no source for such optimization process. And this is where we come into play and empower companies on a web platform to optimize business when manufacturing. We empower companies to grow business and scale business when supplying automation technology, and we empower both sides of the marketplace to transform their business into a more digital environment. How do we do that? We take B2B collaboration to the next level and make it actually as convenient and as addictive as social media. So sharing, posting, reviewing, referencing is in our B2B community as easy as linking, sharing in social media. The difference is it's 100% dedicated to B2B. So you will not post funny cat videos, but you will post about solutions, about compatibilities among products, and about additional services that one might need. What comes out of it is a validated solution database, which will be shown in a second. There we go. That allows us from the platform side to break down entire factories in single process steps. These process steps are broken down to manufacturing cells, are broken down to products, and these products have actually components relevant for the after-sales business. And this has all been done by a social media-like interaction, because everybody takes care of their own data, and with the data model in the background, we can put the links together. The benefit of such is already available to more than 600 companies globally, with more than 1,000 users actively on the platform. Now, these users have shared more than 2,500 publications, among others, cells, products, components, parts, services, events like the Automatica. So we not only bring together manufacturers and suppliers, but also associations and software providers and event hosts. Because B2B collaboration is as easy as social media if you put it into the right curtain. The market we are addressing is huge. So just in Europe alone, there's more than 100 billion spent in automation technology, not including the very, very traditional automotive industry. Aside of that, there's more than 62 million companies all into manufacturing in Europe, and 62 million employees in manufacturing from 2.6 million companies. So there's a big, big opportunity to build a community in Europe alone that makes manufacturing and B2B a lot more easy. Our revenue model is quite straightforward. Now, we're very much focused on today on premium services, similar like social media. So if you want advanced analytics, if you want to learn about relations and so on, you have to use the premium part. In addition, we are involved into transactional cost. So with the growth potential of more transaction taking place into the multi-sided marketplace, our revenue model scales. That means from the market, this is quite interrupting. We are planning on closing this year with 200,000 euros in revenue and scale up to 20 million in 2026. Currently, we are a team of 2, and we're existing for 2 years only. So with that, we have ambitious goals, but yet we have all the proof that needs to build that community of the future. The key differentiator in the market is we are 100% agnostic. So we are not integrating. We are not a digital integrator. We are a matchmaker. We are a brokerage platform. Moreover, we have a validated virtuous circle that makes companies get other companies into the environment, because linking and forwarding and liking and so on is a lot more efficient when I do that with my business partners. Clients so far in the market, and I'm through with it, are very satisfied with the environment. They say it's completely new, and that is also one of the trigger points where we need an investment to scale marketing relevance with our team of 2 people and an industry advisory board. That brings us to the point of 700,000 euros we want to close this year as a seed investment, because so far we're all bootstrapped. Therefore, we're very happily answering any questions you have, and I overpaced it a little bit. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Dirk. And there is still a little time for a question or two if someone has a question in the audience. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the team. I know the slide was a little rushed, but just like 20, 25 seconds on the team.
Sure. So I come from a 12-year background at KUKA. You might see them in the other booth. And I have learned from hands-on integrating robots to digital sales operations. I have had multiple roles, learning a lot of the industry challenges and putting that all into that business model that makes the B2B collaboration actually more efficient and more future-like. Let's be a little provocative. Thanks.
Thank you, Dirk and Dougal.
Can I add, because sorry, that was only me. So my companion, my CTO, is 6 years in IT infrastructure. He has a valid background in and also infrastructure management. So this is where, in terms of growth and scaling, that's a key differentiator he brings.
Thank you.
Sorry for that.
And you're located over here in the funding box area, right?
Yeah.
You point out.
You can't miss the edge.
Yeah. So, further question out there. Big
Thanks.
applause for Dirk and Dougal.
Thanks for the time.
Oh, you have the clicker? Thank you. Well, we almost come to the end. And last but not least, also from Odense Robotics and Denmark, we have Audit and Jakob. Please welcome on stage.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So first of all, the company name is Audit Robotics. And I'm Jakob Niklasson. I'm the founder and the CEO. We are making life-saving technology, more specific disinfection robots, where we're using non-touch green disinfection technologies. And we then put them on an autonomous platform. And why do we do that? If you look into multi-resistant bacteria, it kills around 700,000 people a year. WHO, say in 2050, will kill like 10 million people a year. We also have the hospital-acquired infection, which is an increasing problem. You go healthy into a hospital, you get sick out, and if you're very unlucky, you end in a coffin on the way out. And then the pandemic also shows that we have several outbreaks. Corona is just a mild one, but actually we have a lot in the air, so the disinfection of air is more and more vital nowadays, as goes with the hygiene. So again, we use non-touch green technologies. We put it on an autonomous platform, and we try to do it as user-friendly as possible. So it's actually a cobot, collaborative robot, a colleague, and not an obstacle. We have 3 robots in our pipeline. The first robot is with UV light. The second one will be with a misting technology, which is coming. And then the third one, we won't reveal that at this stage. where do we differentiate? Because there's a lot of disinfection robots on the market. I can even see some guys over there. There's a lot of people in China and so on. But what we are doing, first of all, we design, develop, and manufacture in Denmark. When you use UVC light to disinfect, you actually get a bad odor because of the dead skin cells and so forth. So we remove that. And then we disinfect 200 cubic meter of air, which gives us a much bigger market if you only have the UV light. Nope. Then we say we have a game changer. I don't have a changer, I have a game changer there. So the next robot in line will be a misting robot. We can't reveal too much in regards to the patent applications, but it's a misting technology, and we use a fluid disinfectant, which you actually can take out and pour on the ground, so it's not hazardous or dangerous. And this will revolutionize the world for disinfection. The market we tap into is rather big. It's like 7.2 billion euro, estimated in 2028. The way we want to gain just a small portion of that market is the distributor model. I have 25 years of experience to identify, screen, and motivate distributors, so we find that as the best model. We also have a way to go directly to end users and to key accounts. The traction we have is very much aligned with our milestones. So the company was created end of 2020, and a year after we went public with the first robot and the company. So we were under the radar for 1 year, mainly due to our competitors is looking at us. Then already in December and January, we sold and delivered the first 2 robots to our distributors. Then we took all the info back in a couple of months, and then revealed the new version, which is standing right here next to us. We revealed that at an exhibition at Integrator in Amsterdam here in May month. And since then, we have onboarded another 2 distributors, one in Ireland and one in America. Right now, if you look at the milestones, and we are at the first investor round, almost there, yeah. So we get that round going, selling 50 to 70 robots, and then we go for the second round. And I will rush up. It's your pointer, you have to give me another 10 minutes. So we have a very ambitious strategy, but with the things we have ongoing right now, it looks very promising that we will achieve our targets. And just to give you an example, if we sell 1,000 robots in 2030, it will be less than 1% of the market. Strong team. Hands on me, I will tell as the most guys, because we have the most experience within disinfection robots from another Danish company in Denmark. So round 1, we are on a valuation of like 10 million euro based on where we are now, the sales we have, patent pending. Second round is the same, and with the generated sales until the next round is going on. So we have a very ambitious target in 3 to 5 years. We're targeting a valuation of 200 million. Could be very high. But we are basing on a sales of 20 million euro, usually in robotics, which is confirmed many places, also by Odense Invest, is like you are like on 12 to 20 times the turnover. And it's easy math, only 10 times. So we should go there. And we can see similar companies have done this trip. It's like Mia, UR, Blue Ocean Robotics, and so forth. We know how to spend the money. We are looking for 1 million euro at this stage, primarily for sales and marketing, but we still have product development. And then we have operations and service, which is for us a key factor to have everything up and running and make it easy for our distributors and customers. This is your cue.
Yeah, and thank you very much, Jakob, from Untitled Robotics, and open up for a few questions here in the end. So, anyone from the audience who have a question, let me know, unless I have one or two. So, Jakob, you're working into the healthcare sector mainly. Can you tell the audience a little bit about how to get in there and how to do that, how to use the sales channels within the healthcare sector and how you have done it?
First of all, the healthcare sector is not the only one. It's the closest one because they are used to disinfection. But we go into all the commercial verticals as well. And this is actually one of the reasons why we use distributors. Our distributors are in healthcare, so they are already there. They already have the contacts. They are already selling. Maybe they are already selling cleaning robots. So we just hook up with them, learn about disinfection, and it's not that easy as it sounds, but this is our strategy.
Yeah, it sounded quite easy, but good to know. Yeah. The last question I'm going to ask is regarding the valuation, or at least the perspective on evaluation 3 to 5 years from now. Have anyone challenged that evaluation? And you mentioned a little that the numbers are simple, but can you please tell us a little bit, because that valuation is quite high compared to other companies. Can you please give us a few words why it is so high and what you will do to go there?
First of all, it's very high because we are very ambitious, so we want to aim high. We want to give our investors something back. It has been challenged, but also, let's say, validated. I was even at a seminar a couple of months ago where Teradyne and Vækstfonden, for those from Denmark, and they all confirmed that it's 12 to 20 times the valuation if you're a robotics company. So we have some milestones to do. If we do the sales as expected, we will reach the turnover, and we should reach the valuation. Of course, nobody knows what's happening in the next 3 to 5 years, but we will do our best to achieve the sales.
Thank you, Jakob Sorabi Niklasen from Audit Robotics. Please give an applause. And we have gone all the way, and thank you for your patience. And I have a special announcement, or we have a special announcement that together with the funding box and Odense Investor partners, there will be drinks coming up right away. So thank you very much for staying.
Yeah, thank you very much for participating. Thank you to Rasmus for hosting. He did a great job as a host and allowed me to catch some of you and just have a quick chat. I hope you have seen some potential in the companies that we have presented today, and we're very much happy that we could be here today. And of course, we host those Odense Investor Summits in a bit larger format in Denmark annually. So we would be very happy to have you with us in Odense in the future. That's it from our side.
Yeah, and last, remember all the pitch decks and all the contact information are already in Dealum. So please have a look. If you forgot some of the nice pitches here today or some of the people, look into Dealum.
Yeah, and make sure to say hi to me or to Rasmus if you haven't done so already. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Beers are coming up.